your dirk, and that was round your waist. So if you didn't take their head off with a sword, you pulled the dirk on them, and they got stabbed with that. And then down your leather, it wasn't your socks, was the scian dhu, which is Gaelic for black knife.
Wow.
And that was your other one. So when they thought they'd disarmed you, we've taken his claymore off him, his dirk's stuck in some other poor soul, he's got nothing left. You pulled the wee black knife.
That's it.
And that was it. So they were wild, wild men. And to this day, the Scottish regiments have all that. You can see the officers in the Scottish regiments have the officer's basket-hilted sword. And a good army officer will be a swordsman as well.
Right, wow.
And then, so if your rifle has failed and your basket-hilted sword has failed, you've got your dirk, which you see them round the waist, and they've got their scian dhu down their stockings. And Colonel Colin Mitchell, in the Aden emergency, said to the Argylls, don't be afraid to go in with the bayonet.
Yeah.
So very old thinking, but very effective, because the problem is, we get shocked when we see it now, and you can see it on YouTube, the Aden emergency, the Argylls, and you can see Colonel Mitchell, and we think, gosh, that's quite wild. But it was a case of, if you did not kill that other person, they would kill you.
Yeah, kill or be killed, basically.
Yeah, so it's to lay people, it's a terrible way of thinking, but very necessary when you're in that position.
Yeah, goodness. Yeah. Let's hope we never are in that position.
Let's hope not. And poor Colonel Mitchell, but he was so popular, the nation loved him. But the army hierarchy didn't really care for the tremendous public relations, because the politicians were telling them to throttle back, because the politicians wanted out of Aden. And the army were sent to take it back, which they did.
Right.
You see, so it's that. And this is, again, my worry, politicians motivating troops.
Yeah.
You can't play games with the services.
Yeah.
Now, sorry, I'm keeping on here. Nice company, wool blazers, particularly comfortable. My climate, says Real Justin. Over your shoulder, bandolero style, Scotty. Yes. You're the most interesting, intelligent man ever to grace the radio, Scotty, says the wonderful Betty Jo. Betty Jo, we're about to go back on the radio.